Behind me here is a really exciting new boat at the Cannes show. This is the new Wallytender 48. Wally is the brainchild of Luca Pisani, who has created some of the most exciting sailing and powerboats of recent years. But this year, he's joined up with the Ferretti Group, and now it is Ferretti who is building his designs, arguably to a higher standard than they've yet been built so far. So let's take a closer look and see what makes it just so special. The first thing you notice are those folding cockpit coamings. They fold out each side to create extra deck space, really, and a closer connection with the water. So there's that massive sun pad right in the middle of that whole bathing platform section, surrounded by deck space, and you can just jump off into the water at any time to cool off. It's powered by a pair of Volvo IPS 650 engines. They're 480 horsepower each and good for around 40 knots, just under, about 39 knots. It's priced at a fraction under €1 million, but then this is no ordinary boat. This is something really quite special. It's got those classic walk-around decks. There's no gate at all. The idea is to give as close a connection with the water as possible. So anything that gets in the way of that is done away with. You can see what those folding decks look like when they're in the upright position. They just form part of the extended cockpit coamings. But then on the other side, when you've got them folded down, it's straight out to the sea. There's a nice sociable outdoor dinette. The aft end of the cockpit, that table folds over, but then this backrest also folds over so that you can have 2 rows of forward-facing seats when you're underway. The T-top, providing shade, is all built in carbon fibre to keep it nice and light and extremely stiff. We've been out and had a test in this boat this morning, and it didn't shake at all. It's absolutely rigid, but nice and light too. It's the helm station, got that amazing angular Perspex screen, which actually gives better visibility than you might imagine. And there's a little lip on top of it, which throws the air up and over and makes sure that you're nice and protected at the helm. There's the familiar IPS controls and joystick, makes it very manoeuvrable, and a carbon fibre effect to the dashboard, helping to keep that high-tech look. Those walk-around side decks continue. Again, no guardrails at all. It's all about that clean, minimalist look. So there are little pop-up buttons that you hang fenders off. And there's just enough height to those bulwarks to make it feel reasonably safe, at least when you're in port or at anchor. And look how cool it looks from up in the bow. Looks more like the cockpit of a fighter plane than a 48-foot sports cruiser. But it works surprisingly well, providing really good protection for the helmsman. The seats themselves, again, a funky piece of design. Fold-up bolsters. They can also fold down. And you have to remember that this is first and foremost a day boat, so there is a cabin down below, but there's not an awful lot to it. There's a double berth tucked up in the bow, not a bad size, but it's all open plan. There's a little settee, so you can sit down here, get a bit of respite from the heat with the air conditioning on. Nice sideboard for storage. Again, that carbon fibre finish you can see on the decks and up the companionway. And the all-important day heads with a neat little shower. But that's it. You have to remember this is not for cruising with families for weeks at a time. This is a fast, fun, open day boat whose sole focus is to have an exhilarating time out on the water and then back to your seaside villa. Even the passerelle is a bit special. It tucks away under the bathing platform when not in use, but it can be raised up so that you can get up to the dock, or lowers down so you can have a little stairway down into the sea. All part and parcel of that unique Wally look and feel.